The Lake Orion community celebrated homecoming with a week of activities, including the homecoming parade, powder puff football, and the homecoming game between the Dragons and the Rochester Falcons. We'll have all the highlights coming up. As the little ones count down the days to Halloween, there were several fun events to take part in, including Orion Townships Boo Bash and Halloween Parade in the village. Dozens of local businesses set up shop in the high school's field house for the Chamber's 15th annual Shop Local Expo. And downtown Lake Orion was abuzz with foot traffic as Babes and Broadway raised funds for a great cause. Hello everyone, I'm Stacy Calloway. I'll have those stories and more on this edition of ONTV News. One of the many perks the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce offers to its members is to host events that bring the community and businesses together. On Thursday, October 3rd, the Chamber of Commerce hosted its 15th annual Shop Local Expo at the high school's field house. Scheduled to take place during the high school's parent-teacher conferences, the event had a carnival theme and attracted more than 800 visitors who had a chance to interact with 80 vendors representing local businesses and nonprofits.
So it's face-to-face, right? And so there are some of those places that are just kind of, obscure, out of the way. We don't know where you are. We don't know what your food tastes like. We don't know what your products look like. And this is like just a shopping and eating wonderland all at one spot. And people get to talk to the business owners and the managers and the organizations and find out what it's really all about.
In the weeks and months leading up to the event, the Chamber is contacted by dozens of local businesses who look forward to being a part of the expo every year. We chatted with some of the vendors who offered good food and good information to visitors at the event.
Well, as Genesis Credit Union, we're proud to be a sponsor for the Lake Orion Chamber. We have been a member of this particular event for probably 10 to 15 years now. I'm not sure how long it's been in existence, but for a long time. We're very active in the community and we love what goes on here, and we love to support the businesses in the area.
It's one of my favorite events. It's a great opportunity for me to interact with the community that I might not otherwise have an opportunity to do so. We all get busy with our lives and what we're involved in and our children and our neighbors. So this is a great opportunity to meet people that maybe didn't know about me and also that I can interact with, which is kind of nice because my kids go to school here, I live in the community, I work in the community, so it's great.
Well, we were really happy to join the Orion Area Chamber just because we had seen some of the outreach they'd done in the community, and they just seemed like a very active organization to join, and it has actually exceeded our expectations in that respect.
I've been a member since 1983, had several businesses here in the Orion area, live on Lake Orion, and raised my kids here and so forth. So. I love the community. When I moved out here, it was a country. It was in 1959 I moved into a lake over on Baldwin. I had a restaurant over that way. And now, of course, I built Culver's 12 years ago, and it's one of the most popular ones, I think, in the chain.
It's been very exciting to be back here. I love being back here as an exhibitor, as a vendor, and having a small business in downtown Lake Orion is truly a dream come true.
This is actually only our second year a part of it, but we've done so much with them. They've been so great with us. We've been able to be a part of so many different events and really get involved in the community. We both actually live and work in the area, so and my kids are going to be going to Lake Orion schools here soon. So it's been really, really great.
Each year, visitors are asked to sample pizza from local restaurants and vote for their favorite. This year, 4 different businesses took part in the pizza war. At the end of the event, the votes were tallied, and it was announced that Alibi Pizza was named Best Pizza for the second year in a row and will proudly display their trophy at their location on the Pure Road.
What does it mean to be able to walk away with this again?
It's an honor. It's an honor to win it 2 years in a row. It's amazing.
Talk about what makes Alibi unique.
Our ingredients, our people, quality ingredients for sure, yes. Just a little bit sweet pizza, not your everyday run-of-the-mill cardboard. Much better.
The Shop Local Expo is just one of many events the Chamber hosts throughout the year to benefit its members. To get involved, you can give them a call at 248-693-6300 or visit OrionAreaChamber.com. Lake Orion High School celebrated homecoming with plenty of fun, activities, and events scheduled during Spirit Week, concluding with the homecoming dance at the LOHS Fieldhouse. As it does every year, things kicked off with the homecoming parade. On the afternoon of Sunday, October 6th, hundreds of residents lined the streets of downtown Lake Orion for the annual homecoming parade, organized and run by high school students. Participants gathered at Blanche Sims Elementary School before making their way down Flint Street. Police Chief Jerry Narsh led the parade in the department's 1941 Ford police car, with the Lake Orion Twirlers and high school marching band not too far behind.
Every single weekend.
Students representing all of Lake Orion's elementary and middle schools took part in the parade, as well as athletes and student groups. Student advisor Lori Hogan introduced the homecoming court to the spectators, including freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and of course, the senior court.
Paige Lagerquist and Spencer Hazel. Paige is a member of the lacrosse team, and Spencer is involved in as many clubs and activities as you can get. His cultural outreach, National Honor Society, Rho Kappa, and various other things. First couple, Spencer and Paige. Our second couple in the court here, as they round the corner, is Adam Tisch and Kate Barker. Adam is the president of National Honor Society, as well as a varsity athlete, and Kate's the president of student leadership, and a very crucial member of our team here. So next up, we have Adam and Kate. Our next pair, we have Mackenzie and Joey. Mackenzie and Joey were elected by their student body to be representatives on senior court. Again, we have Mackenzie Ford and Joey Barron, another one of our senior pairs. And our final and fourth senior pair is Teddy Hirschfeld and Ani Reed. Teddy's a member of our award-winning television production workshop, as well as a varsity athlete. And Ani is the chair of the homecoming parade today, and a member of the student leadership class. Again, our final pair, Ani and Teddy.
Bringing up the rear was the Lake Orion Dragons football team, who would be hosting the Rochester Falcons during Friday's homecoming game. But before we get to the guys, some of the high school's junior and senior ladies took to the field for some intense action. On the evening of Thursday, October 10th, homecoming festivities continued with the annual battle between seniors and juniors in the Powder Puff football game. On the second play of the seniors' first drive, the ball is at midfield. Quarterback Mattia Rourke is in shotgun. She takes the snap, keeps it, goes right, and goes the distance. 49 yards into the end zone for the first score of the night. The extra point was good, and the seniors find themselves on top early, 7-0. Let's go to the second quarter with just over 9 minutes left in the half. The seniors are on the 5-yard line, threatening to score. Rourke takes the snap, tucks it away, and runs wide right, and finds the end zone for her second touchdown of the half. The PAT was good, seniors 14, juniors 0. With 2 minutes left in the first half, the seniors are on their own, 42. Rourke is in shotgun. She takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and runs left. While the defense is going one way, Rourke goes 58 yards into the end zone for her third touchdown at the first half. The extra point was good, and the seniors extend their lead to 3 touchdowns. Let's go to the third quarter. The seniors are once again at midfield facing a 2nd and long. The seniors pull off a reverse with the ball ending up in the hands of Dominique McCarthy, who makes a cut and is gone. Showing a burst of speed, McCarthy finds the end zone to give her team a 28-0 lead over the juniors with 7 minutes left in the third. With the third quarter winding down, the seniors have the ball at the juniors' 48-yard line on 2nd and long. Number 64, Heather DeSamper takes the handoff and goes the distance. The touchdown in PAT gives the seniors a 35-0 lead as the third quarter expires. Then with 8.5 left in the game, with the ball on the 44-yard line, Rourke is in a quarterback. They execute another reverse, this time with number 23, Madeline Griffith, taking the ball into the end zone for the seniors' 6th touchdown of the game. She lost her flag belt somewhere along the way, but the touchdown stands, and with the extra point, the seniors are absolutely dominating the juniors, 42-0. With the clock winding down, the juniors are at midfield when they manage to avoid the shutoff. They execute a reverse of their own, and number 35, Claire Llewellyn, has a spectacular run. Her blockers clear a path to the end zone for the score and the PAT. And that's how the game would end, with the seniors making a statement in a 42-7 victory. For many, the highlight of the week was the homecoming game on Friday night. The Dragons hosted the Rochester Falcons, and a new king and queen were crowned at halftime. ONTV's Joe Johnson has the highlights.
On the evening of Friday, October 11th, the 5-1 Dragons hosted the 1-5 Rochester Falcons at Dragons Stadium for homecoming. Rochester's first drive of the game resulted in a punt, and the Dragons began their first drive on the Falcons' 47-yard line thanks to a nice Mitch Howell punt return. On first and goal on the Falcons' 14-yard line, quarterback Blaze Lowers in shotgun. He hands off to Drew Van Heck, who goes left, cuts inside his blocker, and goes untouched into the end zone for the first score of the game. The Ross PAT was good, and the Dragons are on top early, 7-0. Later in the second, the Dragons are driving again. On first and 10 on the Falcons' 32, Lauer hits a wide-open Drew Van Heck, who strides into the end zone to give his team a 2-touchdown lead. Later in the second, with Alex Bueno at quarterback, the Falcons face a 2nd and 15 on the Dragons' 18. Bueno takes the snap, and the Dragons' defense bites on the play action. Bueno hits number 42, Aiden Harris, over the middle for the score. The Williams PAT was good, and the Falcons cut the lead in half, 14-7. But that's as close as the Falcons would get. Later in the second, the Dragons are on their own 32. Lauer takes the snap and hands off to Kobe Manzo, who goes up the middle, breaks multiple tackles, and goes the distance. The 68-yard touchdown and extra point makes the score 21-7 Lake Orion. Not only was the Dragons' offense firing on all cylinders, the defense had a big game as well. With Rochester backed up against their own goal line, Bueno takes the snap and is pressured in the end zone. His pass is almost intercepted, but the refs huddle up and rule intentional grounding. Since the penalty occurred in the end zone, it's a safety, and the Dragons add 2 points to their total. On the next Lake Orion drive, the Dragons reach Rochester's 29-yard line. Blaze is in shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, goes left, cuts inside his blocker, and goes all the way into the end zone for the 29-yard score. The Dragons are running away with it, and there's still 4:16 left in the first half. Before the half can end, the Dragons are threatening to score once again. With the ball on the 1-yard line, Kobe Manzo takes the ball and leaps past the pile of bodies at the goal line, making the score 37-7 at the half. At halftime, the marching band took the field for the homecoming ceremony. The court was introduced to the crowd, and last year's king and queen, Justin Kepler and Michaela Allen, returned to crown the 2019 king and queen. Justin Kepler was instructed to place the crown on the head of Joey Barron, and named 2019 homecoming queen was Kate Barker.
Joey and Kate, congratulations! Your peers find you honorable and worthy of their votes. At this time, please step forward for photographic opportunities and tell your parents thank you for doing a good job.
In the second half, the Lake Orion defense forced a second safety to make the score 39-7. And then junior A.J. Muzan III went up the middle for Lake Orion's final touchdown of the night. Final score, Lake Orion 46, Rochester 7. With the win, Lake Orion clinched an appearance in the postseason. We caught up with Coach John Blackstock after the game.
It is what we thought it would be. You got a lot of kids playing time and another playoff appearance.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're excited to be in and not have to sit around and try to calculate points and figure out are we in and wait till Sunday night. It's nice to know that we're in and we can move on to other business now.
It's the old thing, you enjoy it tonight, but you go back to work tomorrow.
Absolutely, and that's what we've talked about with this group, and they've done a great job of, you know, you've got permission to smile on this one for 24 hours, and then after that, that smile comes off, and it's back to work, and they've done that. They've done a great job with that.
From Dragon Stadium, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. Following their homecoming victory, Lake Orion went on to knock Clarkston out of the playoffs with a 55-21 win on October 18th, then proceeded to defeat the Monroe Trojans 45-27 on October 25th to wrap up their season with an impressive 8-1 record. It was announced on Sunday evening that Dragons will host Stony Creek in the first-round playoffs at Dragon Stadium on Friday, November 1st. Good luck and go Dragons. Amazing things can happen when women get together. Recently, downtown Lake Orion was the site of a fundraiser that not only benefited local businesses, but raised money for charity as well. On the evening of Thursday, October 10th, dozens of women descended into downtown Lake Orion for Babes on Broadway. An annual event started in 2012 that promotes downtown businesses while raising money for a good cause.
So there were 2 ticket prices. There was a $100 ticket price for VIPs and $30 ticket price for all the rest of the regular babes, and all of the proceeds, net what we're paying back to the participating businesses, come to Love Inc.
How did you come to choose Love Inc. as the beneficiary?
Actually, Molly from the DDA approached us and said, we thought it'd be a great partnership to have a local charity benefit from this, and so I said, okay, let's do it.
Things kicked off in the Love and Light Productions VIP tent with a silent auction, a tiki bar, and other activities. There were check-in tables scattered throughout the downtown area where participants received maps and were encouraged to visit the 25 businesses taking part in the event.
We've really been blessed with all the great participation, and everybody's really been excited to participate. And basically what we wanted to do is draw, traffic into the businesses, and that's what we've been trying to do. So.
And although it's called Babes on Broadway, several gents were stationed throughout the downtown area to work the registration tables, help at crosswalks, and even donate to the cause.
So many hands went into making this event happen. There are many people, wonderful people to thank, from the businesses that participated to our sponsors that we could not have done this without, because it takes a lot of people to come together to put something on this wonderful and make it work. The DDA, Patricia, myself included, Teresa from Canoe Graphics. I mean, she donated all her time to helping with all these beautiful brochures, everything you see, the print product. M&B Graphics for actually donating, the printing. Then you've got, Wine Social, Capricorn. You've got Megan Spencer. Yes. Lots of people to thank, and I'm not including everybody, and I'm not doing it justice, but let me tell you, a lot of man hours, but it's so worth it because Love Inc. is a fantastic charity and it gives back to our community in Oakland County, and you never know if life can make a turn and you need help, and that's why it's so important to give back.
After the dust settled, event organizers presented Love Inc. with a check for $10,000. Congratulations to everyone involved. Just a few days later, Amy Sylvester was at it again, this time organizing a 5K to benefit a different organization. On the morning of Saturday, October 12th, dozens of runners arrived at Fork and Pint in downtown Lake Orion to check in for their second annual Tender Turtle 5K, organized by Love and Light Productions, LLC. Following check-in, runners made their way over to the starting line on Anderson Street near Flint Street. At 10 a.m., the race was underway.
Tender Turtle 5K is a race that is for kids. It's to celebrate life and diversity. I write the Tender Turtle series, and it's all about kindness and giving back. And so that's kind of what this race is all about. I want people to come together for a cause, and this one is near and dear to my heart. I love children. We have 5, and I just want to make sure that we choose charities that give back to the community and that help families. So that's kind of the basis for the 5K.
The course took participants through the streets of downtown Lake Orion and brought them back to the finish line on Anderson Street. Crossing the finish line first overall was Michael Smith of Lake Orion, who posted a time of 21:03.4. The first female to finish was Crystal Scheibel with a time of 23:19.4. Money raised through registrations and raffles benefited Daisy Project Michigan, an organization that works toward making the world a more accessible place.
And they work really hard to help families with special needs, children and adults, to become more inclusive, create a more inclusive environment for our community. And the money raised here today goes right back into Oakland County, into Lake Orion, and proceeds are going to go help Camp Agawam become more inclusive.
To make a donation or for more information, visit loveandlightproductions.com. Over the years, many businesses come and go in downtown Lake Orion, but some manage to beat the odds and stick around for decades. One local business recently celebrated a major milestone, and the community came out to celebrate. On Thursday, October 24th, representatives of the Chamber of Commerce, DDA, family and friends gathered in downtown Lake Orion to celebrate the 45th anniversary of Lucky's Natural Foods with a ribbon-cutting ceremony.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Oh my goodness, my friends, my family, Chuck and Judy Erkwitz from Nature's Better Way up in Metamora. Was a big surprise. Just a lot of people, a lot of family and friends and customers that have been supportive.
Formerly an arcade, Lucky's was opened in 1974 by John and Judy Lukovitz as Lucky's Produce, Plants and Flowers. Their daughter Tanya, a Lake Orion High School graduate, took over the business in 1993, offering natural and organic groceries, vitamins, supplements, and more.
I think that the biggest thing would be our customer service. We really make it a point to greet people by name and help them with their issues. And if we don't know the answers, we will seek out the answers for them. We also special order. And I think that we're unique because of just the way we are. It's hard to find stores that are like us.
Because of the products that they bring in, I mean, they're one of the best health food stores in the county, in this area, the Metro Detroit area, really. And Tanya hires educated people who know about the health food industry, and she educates them further herself in the store. So when people are looking for certain items, they come here. There's some expertise here that's very important, and we're so lucky to have Lucky's here.
The staff at Lucky's enjoy taking part in community events like the Halloween Parade, Babes on Broadway, and the Chamber's Shop Local Expo. Lucky's is located at 101 South Broadway in downtown Lake Orion. For more information, you can call 248-693-1209 or visit luckysnaturalfoods.com. The Oakland County Animal Shelter has been helping animals since 1980 and recently partnered with the Bissell Pet Foundation for an adoption event. For more on this story, here's ONTV's Tessa Bratton.
Each year, thousands of animals enter shelters around the country in desperate need of a new home, and it's no different for Oakland County. The Oakland County Animal Shelter and Pet Adoption Center handles over 4,000 animals each year and works hard to reunite lost animals with their families or find them new homes. On Saturday, October 12th, the shelter participated in the Bissell Pet Foundation's Empty the Shelters adoption event. Oakland County residents were able to adopt a pet in need for a drastically discounted price.
Well, this is our Bissell event, and this will be our 7th event with the Bissell Pet Foundation. And what's happening is that they are paying a portion of the adoption fee today. It's $25 for a dog, $7.50 for a cat. And this is one of the little ones. Her name is Angel, that's up for adoption. And she's very interested in your microphone. Yes, you're so cute. But again, this is our 7th event with them. And these always go very well. They're very well advertised. It's not just us, but throughout the state of Michigan and probably through the country, they're doing these events.
The animal shelter was also able to include their rescue partner, Do Only Good Animal Rescue, who specifically works with restricted breeds. A steady stream of people came to the shelter throughout the day, and several dogs and cats went home with their new families that same day.
We've had about 8 cats and about 9 dogs that have been adopted today. So it's been successful. It's just half a day. It's kind of a little slow. People are trickling in, but we're finding some really good homes for some animals that are desperately in need of a good forever home.
If you missed this adoption event and are looking for a forever friend, the Oakland County Animal Shelter will be working with the Bissell Pet Foundation again on December 14th. The animal shelter will be open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and animals will be available for adoption at discounted prices. For information about that event or other services the shelter provides, visit oakgov.com/petadoption. You can also check out their Facebook page. For ONTV News, I'm Tessa Bratton.
Thanks, Tessa. Thanks to a voter-approved millage, Orion Township Parks and Rec is able to host free events throughout the year. Recently, the community was invited to come out and enjoy some Halloween fun. On the evening of Friday, October 18th, residents were invited to come out to the Orion Center for the Township's annual Boo Bash event. Visitors enjoyed cider and donuts, games, face painting, and a hayride out to a pumpkin patch. The event began in 2008 at Friendship Park before moving to the Orient Center in 2012. The Boo Bash is one of the most popular events offered by the Township, forcing them to split it into 2 sessions with 95 kids and family members in each session.
So the event became so popular, it kept turning people away, that we decided to try to do the 2 different sessions to get more kids in here.
Representatives of the Leslie Science and Nature Center were in the Orion room with a collection of creepy crawlies, including this tarantula that fascinated the little ones. They were brought in thanks to the sponsorship of Waste Management. Next up on Orion Township's calendar events is Breakfast with the Grinch, scheduled to take place on Saturday, December 7th. That event fills up fast, so be sure to contact Orion Township Parks and Rec by calling 248-391-0304, extension 3500, or visit orionparks.com. The Halloween fun continued just a few days later as a longtime Lake Orion tradition returned to downtown Lake Orion. On the evening of Wednesday, October 23rd, hundreds of children and their parents assembled near the Eamon Center for the start of the annual Lake Orion Halloween Parade, sponsored by Genesis Federal Credit Union and the DDA. At 6 p.m., Police Chief Jerry Narsh led the costume characters down Elizabeth Street in the department's 1941 Ford police car. A new route had participants turning right on Anderson Street as they made their way to Children's Park for cider and donuts, courtesy of Yates.
It absolutely is a Lake Orion tradition. I haven't been here for as long as this parade's been going on, but I know that there are people who talk about they were children and they went to this parade, and now they're bringing their own children to the parade. And we're hearing, from people from outside of Lake Orion that are coming down to be part of this parade too.
After passing through Children's Park, trick-or-treaters made their way along Broadway and Flint Streets to collect candy and goodies from the downtown businesses taking part in the event. Beautiful weather resulted in quite possibly the largest turnout ever.
This is a labor of love for those downtown businesses. They give out over 1,000 pieces of candy every year in this short 2-hour event, and they look forward to it. People get dressed up, they do stunts, and it's a lot of fun. This is, downtown loves, the businesses love the community, and they love being able to give back.
Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween!
That was great, thank you.
And with that, we'll wrap up this edition of ONTV News. On behalf of the hardworking ONTV News team, I'm Stacy Calloway. Thanks for watching.